Language is the house of being. In its home, man dwells. Thinking begins only when we have come to know that reason, glorified for centuries, is the most obstinate adversary of thinking. The most thought-provoking thing in our thought-provoking time is that we are still not thinking. Language is the mortal enemy of thinking. Science does not think. The most thought-provoking thing about thought-provoking things is that they often go unthought of. The anxiety of those who find themselves surrounded by the vague threat of being abandoned by God is felt in the fact that they see their own world as unstable. Anxiety is the possibility of the self in its own most potentiality for being, as this possibility. Man acts as though he were the shaper and master of language, while in fact, language remains the master of man. In the encounter with beings, there is always the discovery of being as the being of beings. Man's knowledge of beings has its limit in this incomprehensible reality itself. Being is not a being. Only if we are capable of dwelling, only then can we build. In everything that has being there is given to us a fragment of the light. The nature of the Greeks is the contemplation of the beautiful. Art is the becoming and happening of truth. The origin of the work of art is the work. The work is the truth of being. Science does not think. The thinker is the one who creates the holy. The most thought-provoking thing in our thought-provoking time is that we are still not thinking. Language is the house of being. In its home, man dwells. Dasein is never in a present at hand, but is rather always in a ready to hand. The they-self is not one's authentic self. Thinking is not a kind of doing and therefore does not come to an end. The essence of technology is by no means anything technological. Poetically, man dwells. The human being is a clearing in the midst of that which is. Only the hand can fashion the vessel. We are what we think.